Oh, this is what I wanted to talk about. Here's two things, two bits of cringe that I wanted to talk about. The first is from Libs of TikTok, where this is the pilot announces removal of mask mandate mid-flight. Now, what's very interesting is that the mask mandate removal happened like literally as I boarded my flight from Orlando to come home. So I was wearing my mask on the flight, kind of. And by the time we got home, like I looked at the news because I'm in airplane mode and it's $8 for internet, like for 3 hour flight. Get out of here. I did it on the way there because I'm a loser. But anyway, and I was like, oh look, I didn't have to wear a mask. Now, I think it's fine. Like, listen, here's the thing. I wore the mask for the most part in the airport. And like I when I sat down, I took it off. Like, it was whatever. People were pretty relaxed about it. Even on the plane, like I wore it on the plane. I sat down. I would take it down to breathe, and they wouldn't really say anything. So I took it off on the way home a little bit, and nobody really said much. And by the way, if that could get me in trouble, this is just a joke. But anyway, they weren't super strict about it. There was times like when you were waiting on the line to check it, like go through like the security, they were very adamant, like wear your mask. They one guy tried to go through without a mask. I said, where's your mask? He said, oh, I don't have one. He said, you can step aside. Here's a mask. You have to put it on. And he's like, oh, what are you kidding me? And it's like, shut the fuck up. It's not that big of a deal. Like, it is a little annoying, but it's an international airport. It's okay. You'll survive. Okay? You'll survive. Although the check-through line took 40 minutes. But you can wear the mask for 40 minutes. Okay? You'll survive. It's not that big of a deal. Okay? Anyway, they were pretty relaxed about it. It wasn't like a huge deal. But here's their announcement of people through mid-flight.
April 18th, the Biden administration announced that the Transportation Security Administration will no longer enforce the federal mandate requiring masks in all U.S. airports and on-board aircraft.
Embarrassing. Like, bro, when I heard that, I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, I think it's time. I think we're at the point where we can. But dude, could you imagine? Oh, like it's just as cringe as when people clap when they land on the plane. It's always white people too. Oh, we made it, bro. We had a pretty high chance of making it. Every time you clap, it makes me wish we didn't make it.
Finally! Effective immediately, masks are optional for all airport employees, crew members, and customers inside U.S. airports and on-board aircraft.
Listen, that's fine. Here's the thing. What I find really interesting is a lot of people complained about the masks on the plane. In my experience, they weren't super strict about whether you did or didn't wear the mask. And I'm going to tell you this too. A lot of people who are like flying on planes, a lot of times, like for instance, my airplane, the pilot, the captain, and the other people, they lived in my area. So like they don't really, a lot of people didn't really care too much about the masks. It wasn't like super impressive. You could sit down and kind of like, bro, if you sat down with it around your chin. There are instances where they would say you have to wear your mask, but for the most part, they were pretty relaxed about it. Especially like, again, like if you're flying from your state somewhere else, for the most part, you're going to get somebody in your state that has like a similar like idea to you. If you come from fucking Texas, you're going to have a Texas fucking pilot. Yeah. So it's not like that. It's not like you guys were like horribly oppressed. And even if you had to wear your mask the whole flight, it's not that big of a deal. But whatever. I think it's good. It's just like really cringe to clap. But the other one I thought was hilarious is this. It says, this is from Ilan. How do you say her name? Ilan Omar. Anyway, she said, I think my family and I should have a prayer session next time I'm on a plane. How do you think it will end? Probably in a bang. You get what I'm saying? That's a little sussy. Anyway, jokes aside, here's just watch this. First of all, these guys aren't, most people, by the way, are not, this was before the mask mandate was lifted. Nobody's wearing their mask and nobody cares. It shows you what I was saying before. That's nobody gives a shit about the mask. And you know that this was happening in like people from like a more conservative state, because nobody's going to get on a plane and sing Jesus music outside of people who are like live in like a more conservative state. So. This is me, by the way. This guy right here is me. So a lot of people are like enjoying it. They're recording it. Like this guy is literally me. Just like, bro, are you fucking kidding me? Especially right next to me. You know what I mean? I'm sitting here. She's smiling like, oh, okay, but she doesn't like this shit. And then look at this guy. These guys are like all like they're so happy about it. They're recording. She's singing right here. Weirdo. She's feeling it. I think she might. Oh, she's singing too. You can see her lips moving. This guy's like praying, or maybe he's just sitting forward like, God, please make it stop. That's how I would be praying. Yeah. Somebody said if this was New York, if they tell him shut up, let me tell you, I would tell you guys shut the fuck up, please. That's what I would have said. When I went to Florida, the people were so nice. A lot of people were very, very nice there. Except for the person for my rental car. I got a rental car from Thrifty. It was absolute bullshit. I'm never going to use that rental car service again. My wife, she got it through her benefits at work, so it was like a discount. We get there, and they're like, "Oh, you need to leave a credit card." Totally understandable. So I give. They said like she gives her the debit card because she did it under her name. They're like, "Oh, we can't take a debit card." So I was like, "Okay, well here's my credit card. I have a credit card, no problem." It's like, "Oh, okay." And so and then they had to take my license. They're like, "Okay, well since we couldn't use her credit card, we have to add you or her as a co-signer or a co-driver, a secondary driver. So it's going to cost you $13 a day." We did like a 7-day trip. I think it was 7 days or maybe it was 6 days. No, I think it was 7-day rent a car. So now it's going to cost you like an extra $80 or $91. So it's like, why? They're like, we have to do it or else we won't get paid from Plum Benefits because her name's are on there. I was like, okay, whatever, I'll do it. After she took our money, she's like, yeah, I could have changed the names, but it would have taken me a while. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So I'm never using Thrifty again as a car service or Dollar. I think there's one called like Dollar or something. It's like I'm just never going to use them again. And like the funny thing is like my wife and we're going to be going to Florida again to visit her grandmother in August. So I'm going to be going and we're going to be going there for like 2 or 3 days. And you know what? I'm going to go back to Disney for like 1 or 2 days just for like a fun little thing. We had so much fun. So like I'm going to be going back there again. I'm renting another car and then we're planning another trip. We loved Disney. It was so much fun. This was like my wife hasn't gone on vacation since she was like a young girl. So we're going to go probably in January to February-ish when it's like the least busy. So like, we're going to be going there probably like possibly once a year to Florida to go to either Universal or Disney. So like that's a lot of service that you're going to lose because of this fucking asshole who wanted to con me out of $91 when I already paid $700 for the fucking car for the week. So it's like, why would you even do that? Like you fucking idiot. But that's how they want to operate their business. So I'm going to go to somewhere else. I'm probably going to go to Hertz or something. So, you know, that $91 was probably really worth it, huh? Anyway, this shit was cringe. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. You know, I actually saw Christian Walker said something like insane on there. I forget what it was. I don't even care though. He just said some crazy stuff. Let me see if I can find it. It was just like insane, man. It was insane. You guys can listen to this while I look for the tweet. It's right here. I found it. I'm not sure if I'm happy about not having to wear a mask on the plane, which I'm pretty happy about, by the way. Or happier, I'll probably still wear it on the plane and then like take it off when I sit down, or happier about the flight attendants not being able to run around screaming like the dictators of the sky. Listen, bro, I doubt that you've ever been on an air. Well, you live in California. They might have been a little bit more stressful about it, but shut the fuck up, bro. It's not that big of a deal. You guys act like wearing a fucking mask is like the most oppressive thing that's ever happened in your life. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and another special shout out to all my Patreon and Twitch subs. If you'd like to support this channel further than you already have by just watching the video alone, go down to the links below where you can sub on my Patreon, which will allow you to get your name on this beautiful black wall. Or you can go to the Twitch page and you can actually use a free Amazon Prime sub, if you have Amazon Prime, to subscribe. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.